You hear him now?
Yes, I can. Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Awesome. So we'll go ahead and get started. I'd like to welcome the 2021 Northern Trust champion, Tony Finau, into the virtual interview room. Congratulations, Tony.
Thank you, Rachel.
Of course. Tony, this is your second career PGA Tour win and first since the 2016 Puerto Rico Open. Just talk to us through your emotions out there and how special this win is, especially having Sunday off due to postponed play and then wrapping up here on Monday after a playoff.
Yeah, it's extremely special. It seems like I was a totally different player in 2016 than I am now. So there's a lot of good things I think that have transpired. I've worked my tail off to put myself in this position again, and it's really nice to have. I turned in my lowest nine on the back nine today, and it's going to give me a lot of confidence moving forward in contention. So that was the goal on the day, was to get to 20 under, and we thought that was going to have a legitimate chance to win the golf tournament. And 21 under would have done it outright, but I was able to hit some clutch shots in the playoff and win the tournament. So this is extremely special, and I'm excited to be a champion again on the PGA Tour.
And you touched upon it briefly in your answer there, but this victory moves you to the number one spot in the FedEx Cup standings for the first time in your career. And as you head into next week's BMW Championship and in great position heading to the Tour Championship, just some comments on what that means to you as you get closer to the season finale.
Yeah, I mean, it means a lot. I've never been in this situation. I had a chance in 2018. I played great in the playoffs, and I know I think, in the top five going into the Tour Championship. So I had a chance to win the FedEx Cup then. But this is obviously going to, uh, be my best position going into the BMW and then onto the Tour Championship. So I'm excited about that opportunity. And I've never played that golf course next week, so we're back at work tomorrow, and to try and get ourselves in position to win another golf tournament at the BMW, and then on to the Tour Championship from there. But it's exciting to be in this position, and I've played great all season. No W throughout the season, but in the playoffs, this is what makes the playoffs. Immense pressure and a lot of things riding on this. These three events, and I'm happy to win this first one.
Awesome. With that, we'll open it up to questions from media on the line. Just a reminder to please type in your name into the chat and wait to be called upon. First up, Doug Ferguson with Associated Press.
Tony, well done today.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask you just two things. A, how much of a burden lifted does this feel like to you, given how long it's been? And secondly, considering how many close calls you've had, what was going through your mind standing behind 18, watching Cameron finish out his round, the birdie putt?
Yeah, well, I was just, I obviously was just hoping to get in a playoff. When he hit a great drive and hit a great second shot, I was there by the green. It's hard to explain. Don't want to cheer against somebody, but I just would loved, for me to have another chance to go up 18. And he just left the putt a little bit short, so I knew in the playoff I was going to have a chance. But I was playing great, and I tried not to get too far ahead of myself. I thought that putt on 18 was huge for me, and just my confidence. There was a big up and down. I knew what it was going to be for. Worst case scenario for me, a playoff, and so I hit some really clutch shots when I needed to, and I think it's going to be a huge for my confidence moving forward. I've played really nicely in big tournaments, but to turn in a 30 on the back nine of a playoff event, trying to chase down the best player in the world. I mean, those are all things that will go in the memory bank, and hopefully, I'll continue with the success moving forward.
And does it feel massive? Just times you've been questioned by people like me.
Yeah, well, I continue to believe in myself. That's the bottom line. It's more massive, I think, for just my sense of accomplishment for myself. I've worked extremely hard, not only on my game, on my body, to put myself in these types of positions. And eventually I knew it was going to happen. It's hard losing, and it's hard losing in front of the world. I've done it, already a couple times this year in playoffs. It's happened to me. So that made me more hungry. That's what it does. If it doesn't discourage you, it makes you more hungry. You guys keep telling me, when are you going to win again? It makes me more hungry. So it's all equaled up to now. This has been the time for me to win again, and I hope I don't have to wait another 5 years for the next one. Thanks, Doug.
Next up, Daniel Rappaport with Golf Digest.
Thanks, Aaron.
You always answered our questions about not winning with grace and with a smile. You said that you were just playing well and that's all you could control. But I'm wondering if beneath that, was there ever a moment where you thought, what have I got to do differently? Was there one that hit maybe harder than the rest of it?
Yeah, well, I would say the toughest loss I had was against Webb at the 2020 Waste Management. Is it 2020? Yeah, 2020 Waste Management. I would say that was the toughest one, just because I had played so beautifully all week. I had that lead with a couple holes to go, and he birdied the last couple, birdied the playoff hole. And then only a few weeks later, we have COVID, and I kind of had to sit and think about that loss. So for that specific reason, that one was the toughest on me throughout COVID, thinking about what I could have done different, and should I have closed and all those different things. But yeah, I have an extreme belief in myself, and I have to. This game's hard as it is. These guys are so good as it is. If you can't believe you can beat them, man, it's just an uphill battle. And I just continue to believe. I believe in myself. I believe in my team. And I haven't had the wins to maybe have that type of confidence and belief, but you just have to. I have to believe I can go out there and beat JT today, and I can beat John Rahm. I have to believe that, and I did, and I continue to do that, and that's the only reason why I'm sitting here today as a champion. I continue to believe in myself, no matter where the chips fall, and try and do my best. Might have lost them.
Hey, Tim, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, sorry about that. We lost connectivity here. Next up would be Adam Shupac from Golf Week.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, Adam, what's up?
Congratulations.
Thank you. I thought you were going to be here with me, man.
I am here with you. I'm as close as I can get with you right now. First one, just a quickie. What club was that on 13?
13, I hit a 6-iron. I was about if I remember right, about 218 or something like that. This is a perfect number for me, so I hit a great shot.
And tell me, how do you describe your putting grip, and what was the decision to change to it this week? It was this week, right?
No, yeah, I didn't change this grip this week. I changed, I would say, a couple months ago. But I had some success early in the year. Early in the year, I had my greatest month of golf stretch, putting conventionally. I went away from it for a few months, and now I'm back to it. So, obviously there's something there, and I was able to make some clutch putts today. So that's going to give me some great confidence with this grip and with this putter. I actually changed putter heads. I've been using this new ping putter head for I would say it's that same time, about a couple months. So it's been a big part.
And did you feel pressure to do something like this to make the Ryder Cup team? Did you feel like you needed to do this?
Yeah, no question about it. Starting the year and just every week that has gone by, for me, my case is that I have to win. I put that in the back of my head, and I told myself, if you didn't win, you're not going to make the team. And so we're coming down to the nitty gritty. Although I've always been, high in the rankings and things, I've wanted this validation more, I think, for myself, to be a part of a team like that as a winner this season and playing good golf going into the Ryder Cup. So, I don't know how high I jumped in the rankings, but I've got a great chance to make the team on points, and I'm proud of that with this win.
Thanks, Tony.
Thanks, Adam.
Next up, Cameron Morfitt with PGAtour.com.
Hey, Tony, congratulations.
Thanks, Cameron.
So you had one of those awesome ball striking rounds on Saturday where just kind of nothing went in. Then you said you were going to go putt on your carpet in the hotel room. And then you came out today and you made some really big putts, especially on 18 there where you had to have it. What was the difference? Like, did you figure something out in the hotel room or what happened there?
No, not really. I hit a lot of putts. I would say I putted for maybe hour and a half total, just kind of 5-10 minutes here and there throughout the day. I didn't really leave my room all day. I wouldn't say I found something, but I knew I was putting it nicely. You don't put yourself in this position only a couple shots off the lead going into a Sunday if you're not, making putts already. So I knew I was putting well, try not to complicate it. And, it's just nice to see see good putts go in. It's just because you hit good putts, that doesn't mean they're going to go in. That's the crazy thing about the game. And today I got the breaks. There was a couple putts that I thought were 50-50 as they're approaching the hole, and they grabbed the hole. I still, I missed one on 9 that I thought I made, but for the most part, the putts that were 50-50 going towards the hole, they went in. Sometimes that's what you need to, the type of rub of the green that you kind of need to win, and I was able to get those bounces today.
And when did you go back to a conventional grip?
Yeah, it's been a couple months. I'm trying to remember. I think right around the U.S. Open, something like that. I switched back to conventional and actually switched the putter heads as well. I went to a ping putter.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Cameron.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Next up, Anthony Paradiso with Jersey's Betting News.
Hey Tony, congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm just thinking, like, you really turned it on to hit that eagle on 13. How did that feel, being that, like you said that you had to put in your best back 9 at that point, and you really came through there. Then you just turned it on for the rest of the way, and you went in the first place. So how did it feel to really take control at that point in the match?
Yeah, I felt great. I started with my drive. I hit a great drive. I was coming off a great birdie on 12. I hit a great wedge shot to a couple feet. So I made a great birdie on 12, and I knew 13 was downwind, and I was going to, with a good drive, I was going to have a look for eagle. So it started with the drive. I hit the fairway, and then I had a perfect number with the 6 iron, and I flushed it. I didn't want to shy away from that pin, and I flushed it, and then I was kind of on my way. I rolled that momentum. I birdied 14, made about a 25-footer there, and I think a big turning point, was number 15. I pulled my tee shot, and I actually pulled it so far left that it just went over to number 6 fairway, and I had a clear shot straight to the green. So little things like that I think are big. You got to get the bounces when you need them. I needed that on 15. I needed to get away with that swing, and it did. Making par on 15 I think is picking up shots. So that little sequence there, 13, 14, 15, I thought was huge to kind of keep me on top of the leaderboard, and then I was able to play nice golf all the way through and right through the playoff.
I just have one more, if that's all right. Obviously, it's unconventional to have the day off. So, how did you keep yourself mentally sharp going into this, knowing that you had a shot to win today?
Yeah, I just relaxed. I didn't really do much. It was a little bit odd, feeling, because you're relaxed, but you're still, since I'm in contention, I know I'm still kind of looking forward to Monday and making sure my mind is, and mentally ready. I don't totally want to clock out. So it was kind of a strange thing, but I was able to just chill out, rest up, and I was ready. I was ready to go. I knew when it was time to play today. Thanks.
Final 3 questions here, Tony. I'm asking this on the behalf of Mark Cannizzaro with the New York Post. Most of your close calls have not come because of losing a lead or shooting a high final round score, though perhaps people believe that. Do you think the criticism of your drought was a bit unfair, painted with a broad brush?
Yeah, no question. I think a little bit of it, but that's how it is in sports. When you don't seal the deal, and as time goes on, they don't give you the benefit of the doubt. So I knew, for me, I need to prove people wrong by winning. That's the bottom line, and that's what sports is all about. But I knew that I was a closer. The way that I play on Sundays tell me that I'm a closer, and when I look at my scores, I've made clutch putts. It just sometimes this game is funny. The guys get away with shots or whatever the case. I feel like I've got the short end of the stick for the most part coming down the stretch and having a chance to win a golf tournament. This time, I was able to capitalize when I needed to, and I got the breaks when I needed them, and so I ended up on top this time. But as far as a little bit of unfairness, I feel like for sure when it comes to looking at my record, because I've played really nicely on Sunday for the most part. We don't have to look too far from when other than my last playoff. I shot 64 at Riviera. I mean, say what you want, but that sounds like a pretty good player to me and a closer to me. When you're in contention, shooting 64 on a golf course like that. So I've had a lot of great rounds on Sunday. It's nice to have this one and be able to capitalize on it with a W.
Next few here, Tony. Doug Ferguson with the Associated Press.
Real quick, Tony, trying to get a sense of kind of bunker save that was on 18. Could you see over the lip? And if you couldn't, are there many bunkers that you can't?
Most of the bunkers I can't see out of are on the other side of the pond. Most of the ones in the States I have no problem. But yeah, I could see. I couldn't see where the ball was landing or the bottom of the cup, but obviously I could see the flag. But it was pretty steep. The one mistake I didn't want to make there was getting too cute. I knew it was into the wind a little, so it actually wasn't as hard, even though there wasn't that much green to work with. It wasn't as hard as a bunker shot as as maybe it looked because of how deep it was. But I didn't want to get too cute there. I wanted to give it a chance to maybe bounce in the hole, and if it doesn't, give me the 6-7 footer to make par. You have to make those type of decisions in those situations, and that's the one I made. But it was huge, not only to hit a good bunker shot, but to make that putt was huge for me.
You talked a little bit about the nice break you got on 15, but I was
Yeah.
curious if there was a single shot, a single putt, anything starting on 10 that really unlocked things for you.
Yeah, I thought my wedge shot I hit on 12. When you can hit it to kick in on any hole when you're trying to chase someone, that's a great feeling. That gives you a lot of momentum when you don't really have to look at a putt. And then I pretty much hit it to kick in on 13. I did not quite kick in 3.5 feet, but it was straight. It was a straight putt, straight downhill. So those two really got me going, 12 and 13. I had a great save on 11. I have to throw out there as well that I thought was big, about a 7-footer left to right slider. So that little sequence, 11, 12, 13, I think really opened it up for me. And I just, every putt I hit, I thought I was going to make. So that's a great feeling to have when you're trying to win a golf tournament.
Thanks.
Thanks, Doug.
Last two here, Tony. Adam Shupac with Golf Week.
Yeah, Tony, I want to just build on the bunker play there. Did you have a plug lie on 8?
No, I didn't have a plug lie, but there was a lot more sand in there than the other bunkers I had hit out of all week. And unfortunately, I flubbed the first one because of just misjudging how much sand there was underneath that golf ball. I just went straight underneath it. So, yeah, it wasn't a plug lie. It was just a poor bunker shot.
How do you then take that out of your mind that you had this, plug shot, and now you've got the same club, the same sort of type of shot at the biggest moment of the tournament?
Yeah, I was able to learn from that shot, that there was less sand than or more sand than I think there is. So luckily for me, it was pretty much the same shot, and I almost hit that one in. But I thought that was a huge save. Making bogeys when you're trying to catch someone, it's tough. Making doubles is really, really hard to win golf tournaments. I feel like on Sunday when you're trying to chase and catch somebody. So that was a huge up and down the second time around, no question.
Last one for me. How are you going to celebrate?
Ooh, man. Well, we have a short week ahead of us, so I'm gonna have a great meal tonight. Not a drinker, so not gonna get crazy drinking. But this is really cool for me. It's been a long time, 5 years. Everybody knows it. So I'm just gonna really enjoy this. But hopefully I'm able to piggyback and just pick it up, right where I left off this coming week. The game feels great, and gonna have some supreme confidence going into these next couple weeks.
What's the victory meal?
Sushi, most likely. Yeah, I love sushi, so that's kind of my go-to.
Last one here, Tony. How important was this win for all the support you get in Utah?
Yeah, I thought this one was huge. It was huge for me. It's huge for my family. Huge for all my supporters back home in Utah. I have so many people that reach out to me, tell me they're fans, and I really feel it. Utah's a great place. Utah's always home for me, and to be able to share this with so many people, I think is what's so cool about this is that so many people have helped my career, have supported me through my PGA Tour career, my upbringing. I have so many family, friends, and supporters back home in Utah, and really, I feel like throughout the nation. So this is for all of them, and I'm excited that we can share this together.
Awesome. With that, we'll let you go, Tony. Congrats
Thank
again.
you.
And thanks for the time.
Thanks, Rachel. Thank you, guys.